Choli fada ya do, fada do. Choli fada ya do, fada do. Choli fada ya do, ya ivotolia. Ama olo na ya ivotu fada. Ama olo na ya ivotu fada. Kitele, kana we fada do.
About 3 years ago, Governor Hyacinth Alia assumed office as the 6th democratically elected governor of Benue State, stepping into leadership with a clear vision to transform the fortunes of the state and uplift the lives of its people. From the onset, Governor Alia launched what has become known as a holistic infrastructural revolution across the 23 local government areas, with priority attention in the education sector.
Our educational system is the bedrock of our future, and we will invest in it accordingly. We will prioritize the training and development of our teachers and provide them with the necessary tools and resources to deliver quality education. We will also work to ensure that our children have access to quality education that reflects the demands of a modern economy, regardless of their socio-economic background.
Central to this education revolution effort is the State Universal Basic Education Board, the key driver of his public schools revitalization programs, with Dr. Grace Adagba steering the wheel as executive chairman.
I'm a product of public primary school. I've been in the system. I've also been a facilitator for UBEC even before my appointment. So I've kind of seen things, abnormalities that I wasn't comfortable with. So I've always prayed that if I have the opportunity, like the kind of prayer I used to do is that if I have the opportunity of being close to the person that is on that seat, I will ensure that things turn around. And then, funny enough, I'm the person on that seat. So it's like I'm trying to put together things that I feel should be there, that were not there, that I was seeing and complaining.
If she is an educationist and a part of the value she's added to us, it's where we are heading as a state, to elevate education. Already I've received some national, in fact international awards for good governance. This is the value addition. So this is where all these things come, and I'm looking forward to some more.
Through the board, the administration has taken bold steps to stabilize and reposition the sector. Most notably is the recruitment of 9,700 qualified primary school teachers through an unbiased CBT test, with the goal of strengthening public schools and bringing basic education closer to underserved communities.
You can see that in this particular recruitment, we received about 74,000 plus applicants, and we're looking for just 9,700. That is why it's important for us to have this kind of test in the recruitment process for a selection procedure. If we don't do this, it means that whatever selection you're going to do, you're going to be biased. But in the CBT system, it's going to be non-biased. It's going to select the best of hands, and whatever we're doing is transparent. As you can see in the hall yourself, when you finish the exams, your scores are displayed on the system. You see whether you have passed or not, and you are going home with your scores, waiting for the next stage.
Also, its Total School Makeover campaign has transformed over 400 classrooms in public primary schools, restoring pride and dignity to public school learning environments across Benue State. The board has equally revived recreational activities such as the annual Basic School Sporting Competitions, as well as the Made in Benue Basic School Talent Hunt. In the last year, it held its maiden editions, with winners smiling home with checks.
Together, we're building champions through grassroots sports and laying a strong foundation for the future of our children. It may interest you to know that 95% of this occasion is sponsored and supported by the Universal Basic Education Commission.
I saw a lot of talents, young players. I saw at least if there was a proper structure to be able to integrate these young ones, at least not less than 6 young players will be taken from here.
Key, among several others, is the establishment of agricultural resource centers in basic schools, with the board holding an advocacy and campaign awareness meeting on the agricultural education training program for key stakeholders in the basic education sector.
One of the key agents of these resource centers is our education secretaries, our school-based management systems, the SBMCs, our parent-teachers associations, and of course, our volunteers in agriculture who wants to teach these learners practical agriculture. We remain grateful to His Excellency the Executive Governor of Benue State for providing consistent matching grant that has enabled us to partner with UBEC in the implementation of this program.
Also worthy of note is the replacement of chalkboards with whiteboards, as well as the provision of teaching and learning materials in collaboration with the Universal Basic Education Commission, as well as wash facilities and the construction of digital libraries.
It is quite gratifying to know that the teaching and learning materials being distributed today are comprehensive and, of course, they are learner-centered. They include, but not limited to, whiteboards, smart boards, whiteboard markers, computers, English textbooks for early child care development education, as well as English textbooks for primary 1 to 3 pupils, mathematics textbooks for ECCDE earlier mentioned, and mathematics textbooks for primary 1 to 3 pupils, in addition to assorted storybooks and history books.
The Benue State government has also procured and complemented the effort of UBEC by providing whiteboards, dusters and markers to face out the chalkboard already existing in schools.
Prompt and consistent payment of salaries is the new normal. Training and retraining of teachers, as well as the implementation of 75,000 naira minimum wage. Also, the implementation of harmonized retirement age for teachers and the creation as well as furnishing of the Digital Resource Center for system automation and strengthening.
I think since the commencement and the commencement of this administration under Reverend Dr. Father Hyacinth Yumen earlier, it has been glorious for teachers, because we've been known to be likened to a group where we no longer have collateral even for loan within the local band. But today, as I speak with you, the practical Benue teacher no longer demands for local band loan or even bank loan as I speak with you, because of the prompt payment of salaries.
These deliberate steps, according to these education secretaries, have not only boosted the morale of teaching staff, but also greatly improved enrollment of out-of-school children, which is one of the board's main objectives.
The new teachers, as they are recruited in Vanike local government, they affect our schools, especially the learners. They are coming like water, because with their coming, we open skills acquisition center in some of our schools, and with that, ICT center is there teaching children how to operate computer. The hairdressing salon is there with a barbing salon. All the children learn and they know how to do it themselves. We have shoemaking department where they are teaching children how to make shoes. In fact, we have so many other things that they are doing. With this, children are coming, they are leaving private school to our schools.
Before, no teachers were reluctant in teaching. They don't go to school because they were not well paid. They paid them 3 or higher 6 times in a year. But since this government came, they started paying on the 25th, 24th of every month. Every teachers, we went back to the class And they started campaigning, come, we are ready to teach you now. We are no more hungry. We are no more tired. We are no more wretched. There's money for us to pay our children's school fees, so we can do the same to you, teach you. That made them to start coming.
Most recently, the board launched a comprehensive back-to-school campaign at its Median edition of the Benue State Basic Education Summit themed Innovative Strategies for Addressing the Menace of Out-of-School Children, Enhancing Enrollment and Retention of Children in Basic Schools. The Benue State Government, through the Universal Basic Education Board, partnered with the Universal Basic Education Commission, National Commission for Emergency and Out-of-School Children, and the Universal Learning Solutions to host the elaborate education summit. Executive Secretary of the Universal Basic Education Commission, Hajia Aisha Garba, flagged off the Learner Support Program nationwide with a donation of 38,700 school kits to the Benue State Government to be distributed to underserved children across the state.
The choice of Benue for us in UBEC to flag the Learner Support Program is very intentional. The state has shown resolve to raise basic education to a whole new level. UBEC is flagging off 15 million school kits nationwide. These school kits include school bags, school shoes, reading and writing materials, as well as some financial support to the most vulnerable to improve the enrollment, particularly those that are vulnerable and those that are out of school. In Benue, we're distributing 38 to 39,000 school kits. This is in the sum of 500 million naira.
Subsequently, the state governor Hyacinth Alia inaugurated the Back to School project tagged Building Rights to Access and Compulsory Education for Unenrolled Pupils, known as Brace Up, which he says will ensure that no Benue child of school age is left at home.
The Brace Up project in the state is being launched, so may God continue to bless all those who are collaborators and partners and partakers of this project. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
He goes a step further to inaugurate student marshals across the 23 local councils to monitor the enrollment of out-of-school children in their localities.
Today, more than a summit, marks also the launch of a historic project, building rights to access and compulsory education for enrolled pupils. Brace Up, a sustainable, evidence-based strategy to ensure every Benue child is enrolled, retained, and empowered through quality basic education. Let me quickly hereby launch the Brace Up project and inaugurate student marshals in all Benue State local government areas to monitor and identify out-of-school children in their communities. And to demonstrate political will, I will hereby donate a bus and the hillocks for Project Brace Up. I am excited this summit takes place here this day. And all of you very distinguished invited guests, you are because we are. So goes the Afrikaner saying. So you continue to hold this engine of education so that all the good we seek will continue to happen in Benue State. Be assured of this. Our support by this administration will remain 135% for educational costs in the state.
The launch of the Brace Up project is key, and UNICEF also sent me here to tell the executive chairman, executive secretary chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Commission that we are not going to leave you here, we are going to support you in ensuring that we reduce the number of out-of-school children in Benue State.
Former governor of the state, Dr. Gabriel Suswam, chaired the occasion, commending the state governor for his strategic plan in revitalizing basic education in the state, which he acknowledged as a game changer for less privileged kids.
Poverty restricts a lot of things. Most parents would have wished that their children are in school, but it is impossible for them to send their children to school because of the expenses that are associated with having children in school. What you are doing today is taking a step and laying a very solid foundation for these children who ordinarily are deprived, who ordinarily won't attend anything. I, as a person, come from, in English we say that I come from humble background. If I didn't go to school, there's no way I'll be standing here as chairman of this very important summit. And so education is very important.
While handing out the out-of-school children data to the state government, the Executive Secretary, National Commission for Almajiri and Out-of-School Children Education, Dr. Mohammed Sani Idris, wants the menace of out-of-school children to be treated as a developmental emergency.
Benue people, you should know that the Almajiri Commission has successfully identified over 700,000 out-of-school children across all the 36 states. And we have written letters to all the governors across the 36 states. And the only governor that indicated interest and written a letter personally to me that bring my own children, I will register them now, and today is the governor of Benue State.
Executive Chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Grace Adagba, takes the stage, presenting the governor's scorecard in basic education in the state in collaboration with the Universal Basic Education Commission. She explained how Governor Alia is driving 5 pillars out of his 7 priority pillars in line with the 3 Universal Basic Education and National Development pillars.
We try to link this achievement with the priority areas of national UP pillars, which is access, quality, and system optimization. What do we do? First, we look at access by improving infrastructure and learning environment. At least 422 classrooms, new classrooms, and renovating at least 104 classrooms. Renovation and new construction combined will have about 512 classrooms constructed. The 422 classrooms are the new ones. We have additional 104 classrooms that's renovated. We constructed 36 libraries across the 3 senatorial zones, 2 hostels in our smart school, well furnished, because we also deployed over 7,000 whiteboards to fill the gap of teaching and learning materials. At this junction, I also like to appreciate the Executive Secretary of Subeb, who complemented the effort of the state government by providing 207,422 textbooks and workbooks that were
Chairman State Council of Chiefs, the Totivo Chiriri James Otese Ayate, and the Chairman Idoma Traditional Council, the Ochidoma Agabaido Elaigo Odogbo, in their separate remarks pledged their commitment to drive the campaign vigorously to ensure every child gets educated.
Your Excellency, I want to appreciate you as the governor and the driver of the education project in Benue State. You have done so much. I don't have time to go into what you have done in education, but let me say that as somebody who has been involved in drawing up the development blueprint of several governors in Benue State, you have done excellently well. Continue in this spirit, and I want to appreciate you for supporting my daughter, the executive chairman. I call chairman, that is what is in the, I don't understand what chairperson means. She's the chairman, and she's doing very well.
Crucial responsibility, cultural and faith-based advocacy, accurately community data, inclusion of the vulnerable, and a consistent monitoring. We can ensure that every child is identified, every child is enrolled, and every child is retained in the school.
In his presentation, the keynote speaker and former Vice-Chancellor Bayero University, Kano, Professor Sagir Abbas, said every out-of-school child in the state must be identified, counted and named, as addressing the challenge of out-of-school children requires a systematic, evidence-based and equity-driven response that goes beyond periodic enrollment campaigns.
Number one issue which I want to propose, Your Excellency, is we should stop estimating the number of out-of-school children in our schools. Every child that is out of school in Benue need to be counted, need to be named, need to be identified, need to be located where that person is, and then why he is out of school. Once we do this, any plan we have to address the out-of-school children will succeed. Number two, we should try to use data to address the issue of out-of-school children. Now, I'm trying to propose that we have SBMCs in all our local governments. SBMCs can be used to track students who are not going to school, because whatever we have as data of out-of-school children, it doesn't tell us in that community how many children are not going to school.
In recognition of these meritorious efforts at revitalizing basic education in the state, the National Union of Teachers, led by its national president, Comrade Audu Amba, bestowed on the state governor, Hyacinth Malia, the Golden Award for Education and Teacher Friendliness.
Innovated many schools, innovative program enhancing students' outcome, teachers training and development initiative, infrastructural upgrades in schools, improved student access to technology, payment of teacher salaries and other emoluments as at when due, promotion of teachers and implementation of incremental steps, recruitment of 9,700 teachers for our public primary schools to reduce shortage of teachers in classroom, elongation of service years to teachers of Benue State, distribution of teaching and learning materials, among others. On this note, that is why the Nigerian Union of Teachers at the apex said there must be an award to encourage our excellency so that we will do more. Because I know the reward of a job well done is to do more. It's a meritorious award and teacher friendliness to His Excellency Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Aliyah. Hallelujah.
Thank you. Oh, Your Excellency. It's never been presented, you have to be qualified to collect this award. A round of applause for your governor one more time. Ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Your Excellency. Benue is proud of you.
An honor the Chief Executive deeply appreciated. saying it spurs him to do more for the Benue child.
I am sincerely honored and deeply appreciative of the leadership of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, for finding me worthy of the Golden Award for Education and Teacher Friendliness, which they have presented to me here today. May you put your hands together for this fine recognition.
500 solar school bags were donated by the Managing Director of Fidelity Bank, while 2,000 exercise books were donated by the United Nations Children's Fund, with the Universal Learning Solutions donating literacy material.
I want to present to them the bags, the solar bags and shoes, and text and all the things that we need for education.
Just as we are doing in other states, UNICEF is for every child, and we are ready to support. Apart from this capacity building of facilitators and teachers, apart from the provision of teaching and learning materials, which we are also going to be providing.
Today, as we focus on the urgent challenge of out-of-school children, we reaffirm our commitment to this partnership. Literacy is not a luxury, it is a fundamental right. For children who are currently out of school, access needs to be paired with quality. Bringing a child into the classroom is the first step. Ensuring that that child learns to read, write and thrive is the ultimate goal. In support of this vision, Universal Learning Solutions is proud to donate over 1,000 books today to support outreach efforts aimed at reaching out-of-school children.
These strategic steps by the early administration in the state is no doubt reshaping Benue State for the better. It boosts confidence in underserved children, improves learning in public schools, laying a solid foundation for a brighter future for millions of children.
Choli fada ya do, fada do. Choli fada ya do, fada do. Choli